Hey everybody, it's finally here. It's opening day. I've got the Cubs at Miami coming up in a second. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing special for opening day. As you know, I'm a baseball channel. I go to over 100 baseball games a year, and I film myself at all these baseball games. So I'd like all of you, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And I'm running a contest where I'm giving away tickets to any game of your choice, Monday through Thursday in April. I'm going to give away 30 tickets in total. So if you're a Cubs fan or a Marlins fan, or heck, any baseball fan in general, you can win these tickets. All you have to do is subscribe and then comment down below and just tell me which game you'd like to go to. Maybe you want to go to April 1st in Miami to see the Cubs and the Marlins. That's fine. But if you're looking for the stream, the actual game footage, we're not allowed to show that, so I'm going to be doing a simulation. I'm going to play as the Cubs here against the Marlins on MLB The Show 18. If you're looking for that stream, all you have to do is Google Reddit MLB streams and then just go to it's like a message board, and you can pick whatever game you want to watch. So if you want to watch this game, you can click on the stream, and it's usually pretty good, really high quality over there. But as you know, YouTube, you're not allowed to stream actual game footage, or you can have your channel taken down or get a strike. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you stay and see what happens here. Chris Bryant is going to get a base hit here to start things off after Ian Happ kind of flew out there while I was talking. Now we have Anthony Rizzo. I haven't really talked about my National League picks. I made a video about my American League predictions, so I'm going to give you a little bit of my thoughts for the 2018 season about what happened there? Chris Bryant just got thrown out. There was an error, and then I tried to send Bryant. He kind of hesitated. Anyhow, I'm going to give you my picks here. I think the Cubs are going to win the NL Central. That's a pretty common pick for most baseball analysts. A lot of people like the Cubs. They don't have Jake Arrieta. He signed with the Phillies, so they lost him. They also lost Wade Davis, their closer. Wade Davis was picked up by the Rockies through free agency, so they're without two of their top pitching pieces, but they replaced Davis at the back end with Brandon Morrow. So Brandon Morrow is a pretty decent pitcher. You might remember seeing him in the World Series last year. Oh no. Kyle Schwarber just got injured. Kyle Schwarber is one of my favorite Cubbies, and this just has to remind a lot of Cubs fans back in Arizona 2 years ago. I think it was like the first or second game of the season when Kyle Schwarber blew out his knee, and he ended up missing the entire 2016, but came back for the playoffs and did okay. I remember him playing against the Indians, and he was a threat still. So Kyle Schwarber out for who knows how long. Luckily, it happened in the game, and it's not real life, because if this was real life, a lot of Cubs fans would be a little bit upset right now. So I just tossed Ben Zobrist out, not the outfield. Ben Zobrist can play pretty much anywhere. He can play infield, outfield. I think the only thing he can't do is catch and pitch. So Zobrist is in there. I think Zobrist will probably, I don't know if he's going to be much of a starter this year because all the positions are pretty much filled, but he'll still be able to fill in every now and then and give guys a day off, and he'll probably end up with about 300 at-bats. So I was saying the Cubs are going to end up in first place. I think second place is going to be a nice battle between the Cardinals and Brewers. The Brewers might have the edge there. I really like the Brewers' offense. They do need another starting pitcher, though, so we'll have to see how this plays out. All right, here's Justin Bour for the Marlins. The Marlins, as you probably know, traded away their entire outfield before this season. They might have had arguably the best outfield in the majors with Stanton, Ozuna, and Yelich, and now they don't have that anymore. They have some young guys out there. Cameron Maybin was signed, and he'll be out there. A lot of people are projecting the Marlins to end up in last place, and I'm right there with everybody else. I think the Marlins will be a last-place team just because, most of the NL East got better. The Phillies are way better. The Braves keep getting better. The Mets are going to be at least a 500 team with their starting rotation. So, it's going to be a really tough season for the Marlins. I think you could pretty much guarantee 100 losses for the Marlins, and that's going to be a run. So they take an early lead here over the Cubbies, 1-0. Cameron Maybin, who actually, I think he came up as a Marlin way long ago when he first started his career, maybe like 10 years ago. I remember he had an absolute bomb at PNC Park. It was like the longest home run at PNC Park during that season back when he was a Marlin. So Cameron Maybin's career coming full circle. He's back in Miami. There's a nice picture of Miami. And now we have Javier Baez. The Cubs are just stacked, man. Their entire infield. You got Wilson Contreras behind the plate, potential all-star. Rizzo and Bryant, all-stars. Javier Baez could hit you maybe 30 home runs, possible all-star. Addison Russell's no slouch either, so this team is just stocked. Probably their weak spot is Ian Happ going to be what everyone thinks he's going to be, or is he going to have kind of like a sophomore slump? And is Jason Hayward ever going to hit? Because they signed him for what, $184 million for 7 years, and the guy has just been a total bust. And also, is Kyle Schwarber going to do Kyle Schwarber things in the outfield, or is he going to kind of be how he was last year? Kyle Schwarber showed up this year in great shape. I don't know if you've seen the footage of him, but I don't know how many pounds he lost, but it has to be like at least 30 or 40 pounds. Really slimmed down. Hope it doesn't hurt his power, but should definitely help him overall in his game. All right, anyway, I wanted to go back and talk about that ticket offer again. I'm giving away 30 tickets. That's 15 pairs. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to see if John Lester can actually pick someone off here. Well, he had a perfect throw there, so I'm going to do 3 of these. The game's not really realistic because John Lester will be throwing this ball into the stands or spiking it in the dirt because the dude can't throw pickoff throws for whatever reason. I just wanted to test that out there. Anyway, back to the tickets. I'm going to weigh 15 pairs of tickets. So that's 30 tickets. And then I'm going to give away a bonus set of tickets to whoever answers this trivia question. I'm playing all of these MLB The Show games today. Hopefully I can do all 15 opening day games. I don't know if I'm going to get all those done because it takes a while to play the games and then edit the videos and post them and everything. So I'm going to do as many as I can. So hopefully at least 10 of these opening day videos. And the bonus question is, all you have to do in my final video, I'm going to ask everyone to, if you'd like to participate, go back and watch all the videos, or hopefully you're following along. That's why I'm telling you now. Just tell me every home run hit by a player in these opening day games in my MLB The Show simulations. So right now we don't have any home runs, but there is going to be home runs hit because this is baseball and that's what happens. It's kind of like last year was the year of the home run, so we're definitely going to be seeing some home runs here. Hopefully pretty soon. Hopefully for the Cubbies. I can't really get anything going yet, but it's going to happen, hopefully. All right, they have Jose Urena on the mound, by the way. The Marlins don't have much in the way of pitching, and this one might go. Speaking of home runs, we're on the board. Wilson Contreras with the first home run of the 2018 season, an absolute blast out there to left field, up above the Clevelander and onto the concourse. And the game's all tied up now, 1-1. So if you decide that you want to try to win those extra pair of tickets that I'm giving away, Wilson Contreras would be the first answer for the first home run hit. If there's 15 games, there's probably going to be an average of maybe 2 home runs a game or so. So I'm thinking there's going to be at least 30 home runs hit between all these teams today. But we'll see what happens. All right, Chris Bryant makes the play. And John Lester is kind of rolling along right now. Ran into some trouble there. Had the bases loaded about an inning ago, but he got out of it. And now we are moving on to the, what is this, the top of the 5th. All right, so we got the bottom of the lineup coming up. Here's Jason Hayward. Jason Hayward, I seriously thought he would be like a 30 home run guy a couple years ago, but he hasn't been able to put it together. Javier Baez with a line drive. That's going to get in there up against the wall. Baez is going to be fast enough, 71 speed. He's going to have a double. Now we have John Lester. He got a hit his last time up, so I'm not going to bunt Baez over. I'm going to swing away here. Hopefully he can at least advance the runner. Oh, that's going to do nicely. I'm not going to send him. Yeah, I'm going to send him. was thinking about holding them up, but we might as well take the lead here. It's 2-1 now, Cubbies. And Ian Happ. That's going to be an upper deck shot. Ian Happ. How many home runs is this guy going to hit today? Ian Happ is from Pittsburgh. He actually played on the travel team that a bunch of my students play for. I've got about 3 students that play for this team called the Pittsburgh, I think they're the River Dogs or something like that. Or no, Diamond Dogs. Yeah, Pittsburgh Diamond Dogs. And my students tell me that Ian Happ is one of their alumni. Ian Happ played for the Diamond Dogs, and now he's in the major leagues playing for the Cubs, and it looks like he's going to be a solid major leaguer. Probably going to get a lot of playing time this year. Really looking forward to Ian Happ doing good things because he's a Pittsburgh guy, and I'm from Pittsburgh, so got to root for him. Anyway, there's a ground rule double. So John Lester's been getting hit a little bit, but he's been able to keep it under control until now. That's going to score a run. Looks like that'll be a double, and it's 4-2. So the Marlins aren't laying down completely. Oh, I guess that was a soft little liner. I thought that was a comebacker there. All right, that's a nice, easy way to progress things, and now he's going to get out of the inning. A little bit of soft contact there. I'm not really sure how John Lester's going to be this year. He's getting up there in age. He probably will be in the low 4 range, earned run average wise. With the Cubs offense, he'll probably have a winning record, but he's not going to be the John Lester. Oh, that is gone. Javier Baez with a little pep in his step. He knew that one was gone right away. I like these animations for the home runs that MLB The Show 18 does. Pretty awesome. There's the ball flight tracker there. Another 400-plus home run. So now we've got, 3 home runs? Wilson Contreras, Ian Happ, and Javier Baez. So these are adding up. Hopefully you're keeping track at home so you can get those free tickets. Heck, you might be the only person to do it, to watch all 15 games. Each video is going to probably be 10 to 15 minutes apiece. So, I mean, you might be the only person to have the time to sit through all this. And if you are, thank you very much for doing it. And the tickets are yours. I will gladly give them to you. I'm using my YouTube money from last month to buy all these tickets. I figure for Monday to Thursday games, tickets will be on average like, I don't know, $6 to $10 a piece. So I might pay like $300 for all these tickets. And I made more than that last month on YouTube. So basically it's just me giving back to celebrate the start of the season. Also, I'd like to post all these games and have people coming in and checking out my channel. Hopefully can get a couple more subs here going into the season. I'd like to eventually be around 10,000 during this season. We'll see if that happens. A couple goals of mine. There's a shout out to that disgusting home run sculpture. I just wish they would take that out. Derek Jeter hates that sculpture, but it's not going anywhere because the county paid for it apparently, and they have to approve for it to be moved, and they're not approving its removal. I think it would cost like $1.5 million to remove. It's just an eyesore. I mean, a lot of people are used to it now, so it's probably like 50-50 for people that like it as opposed to hate it. But I mean, if you're going to a stadium and you want to sit in the outfield, there's not a whole lot of options for like left and center field at Marlins Park, especially if you're like me and you want to go there to try to catch home runs and baseballs. Basically, that whole area is off limits, and you don't have any special access unless maybe you know someone that's going to let you go up the steps or go out into the home run sculpture after the game. But the average Joe, it's just not a good setup for ball hawking at all. All right, well, this game's almost over. It's the bottom of the ninth, and I've got Morrow in there to close it out. He gave up a base hit to start off the inning, but there's one out right there. And this is going to be strike 3, 2 outs. One more out to go, and the Cubs get their first of many wins of the 2018 season. And that should do it. Jason Hayward's going to put this one away, and the Cubbies win. Cubbies win. It is a 6-2 victory for the Cubs. John Lester gets the win. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now I have to go and play the Pirates against Tigers. That's coming up next on the channel. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe, and please try to win those tickets. Just leave a comment telling me what game you'd like to go to.